Hey everybody, welcome back to Wrenching with Grandpa. It's Sunday afternoon, October 20, whatever, 23. Grandpa's having an adult beverage because it's been one of those kind of days. And we got a lot of things we're going to try to do, and so let's get started. So I talked about using the old girl here for power tour next year. And of course, as soon as I started doing that, stuff started going wrong. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I've been driving this car for several months with a coolant thermostat stuck open, which means it never goes to full engine temperature in the cooler weather. Worked fine during the summer when it's 100 and odd degrees outside, but we start getting into these cooler temperatures. And although it's circulating, the engine never gets up to temperature that would open and close the thermostat. Therefore, about every 3 days it sets off a sensor code, and then I have to clear it. And it doesn't affect the performance or anything of the car. It's just a pain to constantly clear a code. And with winter coming on, I do want the car to get up to temperature, so the heating system will defrost the windows, and windshield and all that stuff when I have to go to work at dark 30 every day. We've got a part on order. You can't just buy the thermostat. You got to buy the whole dang thing, the housing and blah blah, and that's, depending upon where you buy, is somewhere between 60 and 150 bucks. And of course, I bought the cheapest one, and hopefully it comes with everything I need. My luck, it'll come with half of what I need, and I'll end up spending twice as much to get enough parts that between what I have and what I get, I can rob out and build something I can use. Like I said, things don't always work. Went to leave work Friday afternoon. Door opens, door closes. From the outside, not the inside. I got to give her credit. The car is 18 years old, almost 19 years old, whatever. And some of the plastics inside the door that actuate the door handle so you can open the door from the inside have failed. Why do you use steel cables to actuate your door locks, but then you house them in plastic holders that can't take the stress of the steel cables being used, especially on a heavy metal door? Now, yeah, it held up for this many years, but I've got the same problem on the passenger secondary door that happened 2 years ago, and I haven't fixed it because nobody rides back there, and if they are, I'm probably going to have them duct taped, and they don't need to get out unless I let them out. But this door is kind of a pain in the ass. So I have found the parts I need, but they're going to have to wait. I have to budget, groceries, utility bills, mortgage payment, groceries, gas for multiple vehicles, adult beverage, and car parts. And so right now, since I've already got car parts coming, I don't feel comfortable buying more car parts right now. So I've developed a way that I can wheel in, shut everything down, open my door, roll the window back up, blah, blah, blah. It adds about 4 seconds to my exit strategy of the vehicle. Why does everything have to be so regimented? But it works. So for now, that's where we're at. As far as fixing the one on the other side, probably not going to happen at the price what it's going to fix this one. But all things aside, my preference is steel reserve with original V8 juice. That way I enjoy my adult beverage flavor and I get all the minerals and vitamins and vegetables of a daily dose that I need as well. All right, today we're gonna go in here and do something I haven't ever done, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, I hope. So let's go see what I've gotten myself into now. Oh, it is just so pretty out here. It really is. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Yeah, those trees are real pretty unless you're in a storm and you're hoping they don't fall in your house or your car. But, you know, God's been good to us. It hadn't happened yet. Knock on wood. Let me go bang my head on the door real quick. Not that the doors would. All right. This is kind of a flyby production here. Another fine production by Richard with Grandpa. Yeah, right. I wish I could really just, you know, stop working to bring home a paycheck and just spend my time out in the shop and doing stuff and bringing content. Yeah, well, I'm not one of them big, you know, guys that's got lots of subscribers. I love the subscribers I have. They're true and they're faithful and they put up with my stuff. So, anyway, let's see here. Bear with me, I'm kind of operating one-handed here and trying to get things going. Let's see. Lighting, you know, probably if I'd have been really thinking this out, I would have done all this prior to putting you guys on camera. But, you know, da-da-da. There she is, boys and girls. Our infamous 318 two-barrel with a 904 leaking transmission. She sounds great because she's operating on 3 foot of straight pipe. Anyway, let's see what else is going on around here. I want to make sure I'm kind of totally ill-prepared for this video, which I am. It's just been a long week and between other things, and right now, Mrs. Wrenchen is sick and I'm not quite sure. I think she's, I don't know what, she's got the flu or the plague. No, God forbid. No, she's just off her feet, and so, you know, I'm concerned about trying to take care of her, try to do something out here. You know, it's life, boys and girls. Welcome to my world. That's why I don't have a professional singing career. Okay, so let me see if I can zoom back, Mr. DeMille. Zoom back. Okay, and I hope everyone's in screen. Oops. Particularly me, although I'm not the star of the show. There. Now maybe I can be in the picture along with the product. A good friend of mine, Michael, from Santa's Workshop, and I don't know if I can figure out how to put a link to his channel below, but go to YouTube, Santa's Workshop. You'll find him. Great friend. He and I have known each other for a few years. In fact, he kind of helped launch my YouTube career, and I got to help him work on some cars out in his shop in Oklahoma a few years ago and loved it. Well, Michael and I collaborate on a few things, and he recently sent me a brand new borescope to add to the channel, and thank you, Michael. Great mentor, sponsor, friend, and extended family member. I haven't gotten your Christmas list yet. Love you, man. So, what we're going to try to do today is figure out how this thing works, because I read the instructions and the Japanese part was a little tough, but I think I figured it out. No, seriously, it's a good quality product. I have no idea what they cost. I'm sure it's not cheap. No, nothing's cheap anymore. But it's got a nice case. Got your charging harness there. And from what I've read, you can do all kinds of things as far as taking pictures, storing video. There's a place here in the side where you can put some sort of a memory card, which I don't think I have, which is fine. I don't have the memory for memory cards. Duh. So, and then, keep this out of the way. You've really got a really long scope cord. All right, so what we're going to try to do today is see what it looks like inside this engine. Now, I gotta be honest, I'm not quite sure what to expect, because if you guys have been here for more than one or two videos, you've seen we've run this engine and she sounds and she raps and she sounds pretty solid. But I'm going to tell you, in getting our first spark plug out, I did do a little prep here. Now, I can appreciate this. She doesn't get run much, and when she does, it's for a very short period of time, which will oftentimes end up giving you, you know, a somewhat rich burn. You're really not getting a full use of your fuel, and I appreciate that. And right now, I'm burning off some 10% ethanol that's been mixed with a non-ethanol, and it hadn't been run long enough to really effectively clean anything off the cylinders, off the spark plugs, or the valve faces and everything else. And honestly, I'm thinking that we might be about 2 degrees out of time, just a little bit. Plus, this 2-barrel carburetor hasn't been touched, other than just, kind of freshened up. It hadn't been rebuilt. And I'm quite sure that there are some adjustments that could be made on that would improve on this drastically, and we'll look into that. But right now, let's see what else is going on. Now, I did go ahead and probe this first cylinder with my trusty Prober 2000, just to make sure that, the cylinder, that the piston was down and not up, so I didn't have to rotate the engine. Although we have made the proper safety requirements, since we don't have to rotate the engine, the battery's been disconnected, and we have the coil wire disconnected as well. So if we need to spin the engine, then we can do that without actually firing something off and, making a mess. All right, so let's fire this thing up and see if I can figure out how to work it and bring you along. All right. So if I remember correctly, if we we turn it on up here. Ooh. We have to remove the camera cover optics. We'll put that in my pocket so I don't lose it somewhere down here. Ooh, wow. Can you guys see that on camera? It's a bug's life. I'm probably going to see stuff I don't want to see with this. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go down this first hole. I got to show you this. This is really cool. Ooh. Wow. Squirrel. 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 All right. I'm going to try to reposition you guys a little bit so you and I can see what the screen looks like as she's going down the hole. And I got to be honest with you guys, I'm a little concerned. Mainly because in probing that first cylinder, yeah, the piston's down, but I felt some stuff on the top of that piston that I didn't expect to feel, just simply because of running it and her sounding and, you know, doing what she's done. Bear with me here. I'm trying to do 3 things with not enough hands for any one of the 3. All right. Stay. You listen real well, don't you? Nope. It's great having the top of, you know, the best video production equipment in the world. But thanks to guys like my buddy Michael, I get by. All right, so let me get this thing snaked down in the hole here. Try to get you guys in here where you can see what we're doing. Now, if I, you know, was really, you know, state of the art, I figured out a way that I could just, you know, attach this to the camera and you'd be seeing what I'm seeing on the scope. But I haven't figured out how to do that yet, so, you know, bear with me. We're just probably going to do this one today, and then I'll try to figure out the rest of it as I go. Well, we got a little bit of scoring there. What the heck is that? That doesn't look good. Is that cracks? No. Oh, what? I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see if I can get you in here. Whoa. Earthquake. Thanks for living in San Francisco. Hang on here, folks. This could be critical. All right. Come on now, everybody. Look, I'm a one-man shop. I know you guys don't get your paid very much, but, you know, you get to sleep in the house, okay? All right, let's see if we can get back on target here. Give me a second. Well, they say, you know, the rest of it doesn't look too bad. You got a little bit of yeah, it wouldn't hurt if she had a little honing. Yeah, we're getting definitely some ridging going there. Bear with me. I'm not sure how this is going to work out for you guys to see it. But she does have some ridging, but nothing that couldn't be cleaned up. You can go in there with a hone. I mean, as far as that goes, you could probably go in there and bore about 10, maybe 20. And put some loop. Let me kind of move things around here. This is getting to be crazy. All right, let me see if I can find what I was looking for a minute ago. That's what I'm looking for, right there. All right, I don't know if this is gonna work. What the heck is that? It almost looks like some sort of wire that fell down and has basically gotten fused with the carbon buildup on the surface of the piston. Huh. Well, that's rather interesting. Just glad it hadn't come loose and wrecked a valve. Well, I can tell you one thing. I got to get used to using this because it's pretty cool, but, well, all right. We're going to leave it at that for the time being. Shut this thing off. To say the price, thank you, Michael. And when I learn how to use it better, and I'll be going ahead and inspecting the rest of these off camera. Based on that first cylinder, I don't really expect to see anything non-typical of what we saw in this first one. Obviously, the engine's, I have no idea what the mileage is on the engine. The odometer shows like 47,000 miles. That may be true with the original body, but this isn't the original engine. And so I would say, based on what I saw, it's probably a good 75, 80,000 mile engine at that vintage, early 70s. Honestly, the ring ridging isn't as severe and as pronounced as I was expecting to see. Haven't done a compression test on her. We will do that hopefully as well as part of this whole engine analysis. I would say, based on what I'm seeing as far as the cylinder walls in that one number one side, she's probably still running a reasonable amount of compression. I'm not going to say it's going to be great. It's probably going to be somewhere probably between maybe 85 and 100, maybe, depending upon what kind of rings those pistons are carrying. But I mean, we're not getting any blow-by on her, and so we'll see. But we'll go ahead and deal with that. Thank you again. We got a new toy so that we can, continue to do things. As far as what do we do if we find that maybe she's not up to what we hope for, that's a discussion for another day. Maybe it would be just a quick and simple pop the heads, have the valves and seats refitted, and hone them out a little bit, smooth them out, see what kind of shape the rings are in. I don't know. Or if somebody's got like a 340, 360 stroker sitting out there that'll and a 727 transmission, and maybe an 8 3/4 Dana rear end, or something like that I could pick up for some pocket change. Yeah, right. In your dreams, old man. In your dreams. No, we're getting there. She, quite honestly, looks a lot better than I was expecting. So I'm going to go ahead, as time and off camera, and I'll get back to you as to what we found, or hopefully don't find, and we'll see where we go from there. Listen, guys, appreciate you following along. Subscribe, share, comments. Patreon account? What is a Patreon account? I have no idea. But listen, if you want to send me some change for some cold adult beverage, the number, well, just, private message me and I'll let you know. No, seriously. You all have a wonderful week coming up. And, go team. Bye-bye.